Okay, hello everyone and welcome. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I am doing well. Well, yes and no. We have some technical difficulties here today, ladies and gentlemen, which is why I'm actually a little late. Usually I would start pre-stream like 5 or 10 minutes earlier, but my Xbox One is acting up. My Xbox One has acted up since the day I bought it. It's always had issues, and I get the feeling it's because it was the day one console, right? Although I have a day one PS4, and I've never had an issue with it. But I digress. I guess not all consoles are made equally. But I've always had issues with this console. Before I get into the story, because I'll tell you the story quickly, we're playing Fallout 4 today. Yeah, for the first time in months, right? Last time I played Fallout 4, I believe was in late December. Maybe it was early January when I actually finished up all the endings. I don't really remember. So it's been over 2 to 2.5 months since I've played the game. It was my Game of the Year pick for 2015. And today we're playing the first DLC for it. It's called Automatron. And it was released overnight here on the Xbox One. Apparently, from what I'm to understand, sadly, PlayStation 4 owners are still waiting for it. Because PSN, as we know, updates at random times during the day. So, you know, they might have gotten it last night, but they didn't. They're still kind of sitting around waiting for this DLC to come out. Luckily, the version of the game that I have was on Xbox One. So I get the DLC. That's cool. It's too bad my Xbox One doesn't like to work very well. So, yeah, today's stream is going to be the Automatron DLC. Now, what have I heard about this DLC? I've heard that it could be as short as 2 hours long, but it could be much longer. It could be anywhere from 3 to 4 hours long if you take your time and you really get into the customization of the mechs, which is the point of this DLC, is to basically create your own, like, customized mechs, and really get into the customization features and stuff. And I would like to do that. I certainly don't want to just rush through it. As you guys know, I love Fallout 4, and I like taking my time. I certainly took my time with my playthrough of it, last year. And, we'll see what happens. Here's the deal. I'm going to play it the entire stream today. If somehow I finish it really quickly, despite the fact that I want to take my time with it, then I will do something else. Maybe I'll do like a mini stream of Street Fighter V or a mini stream of Pokken Tournament, something like that, okay? We'll see. I'm not sure yet exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something, all right? If the stream, is completely full of the DLC and we finish it at the end of the stream, 2 thumbs up, great. If I play it and I don't finish the DLC on this stream, well, I'm going to finish it up tonight then. I'll finish it up tonight off stream, and I will upload all those videos to DSPGaming. So, regardless of how long the DLC is, I'm planning on playing it all and finishing it today and uploading the full playthrough to DSPGaming by the end of the day. Alright, fair enough? Is that enough of an explanation? I hope so. So, thank you to those of you who are here on the stream. And FYI, I'm going to be giving away, this is true, I'm not making shit up on Twitter, I'm going to be giving away a full season pass DLC code for Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 4. Okay, pretty good, right? Pretty good. I'll explain how I got this code. It kind of fell into my lap this morning. I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, someone's gonna get some lucky viewer is gonna have a full-on, $50 value season pass for Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 4. And you might say, well, what the hell? You're playing on Xbox One? Yeah, I know. Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm giving it away. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay, but that's going to happen later on in the stream. That's going to happen during my break. Usually I go on one break during a stream, being that my streams are around 4 hours long. Whenever I go on my break, I'll be giving that code away. Okay? Alright, so let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about what's going on today, if you're not aware. Number one, my Xbox One wasn't working. I tried to boot it up, and my controller would not sync with it. My controller was on and blinking, would not sync with the console. So I manually turned on the console, plugged the controller in via USB. It was working. I unplugged it via USB, and it turned off and desynced. I plugged it back in, and it was working. I unplugged it via USB and it turned off and desynced. I then got frustrated as hell, and I had turned the controller on 5 times. I'm not exaggerating. I turned it off and on 5 times, and then the controller finally synced with my Xbox One. I've had this issue since day one. I don't know why the Xbox One has this issue, but it's still happening, and they have not improved it. Okay? Number 2, my Xbox One does not like to work with HDMI. The HDMI port on my Xbox One has always been loose, and what I mean by that is it actually jiggles when a cord is inserted. And because of that, half the time when I try to do stuff on Xbox One, I don't get video out, and I have to sit there jiggling the cord until it finally works. I don't know why this is. It just is. Since I bought Xbox One, I've had this issue with my Xbox One. Today I had a completely unique issue happen, which is why I'm a little late to the stream. The Xbox One would not allow me to sign in at all. I could not sign into my account. It wouldn't even let me. See how I'm on the menu right now, and I push left, and it opens up all these options and all of this? That wouldn't even work. If I pushed left, nothing happened. I had no option. I could not go to the left of my menu at all. So I said, well, wait a minute. I had this working last night. This was working last night completely. No problems. I had the DLCs downloaded, set up, ready to go for today. What the hell's going on? So what I did is I booted Fallout 4, and when the game booted, it realized, oh, you're not logged in, and it asked, do I want to log in? I said, yes, it logged me in, and then it was working. Then I said, oh, let me go to the menu here because I'm going to do pre-stream, right? When I went to the menu, it logged me out of my account, and it said insert disk. So basically, it said the game didn't work. Really weird. Really weird stuff. So how did I solve it? I hard rebooted my Xbox One. If you don't know what I mean by that, the Xbox One has a quick boot setup, which means that every time you turn it off and turn it on, you actually don't turn it off or on. As long as there's a power cable plugged in, it's always on. And that's how it boots up so quickly. So I unplugged the power cable and let it sit there for about a minute. Then I plugged it back in, turned it on, and it worked. So that was the hard boot. Whatever the faulty shit was in the memory of the system got cleared out, and now it seems to be working. So let's hope that the damn thing works. Okay? Fingers crossed that we can get through this DLC and the thing doesn't explode. So, that being said, as I mentioned, I'm going to be giving away a full season pass for Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 4 version during the course of today's stream. And you might say, but Phil, why are you doing this? Number one, you said you're strapped for cash. Why are you giving away a full season pass? That's ridiculous. Number two, why didn't you keep it for yourself? What's going on here? Well, allow me to explain. The version of the game that I'm playing, of Fallout 4, was a pre-release advanced copy. I was given this game by Bethesda. They actually personally sent it to me, which was pretty sweet. I guess they knew me from being a Machinima partner and the fact that I'm a huge fan of Fallout and I've played all their games and basically gave them free promotion over the years. And they personally sent me a copy of the game, which I really appreciated. But they sent me a copy on Xbox One, which I'm okay with. As I said, there's benefits to having this on Xbox One. I'm actually playing this DLC now rather than later because it's actually available on Xbox Live. Poor PS4 players have to wait for PSN to update later today. So that's a cool advantage. So I played the whole game, as you know. Really loved it. Game of the year for me, 2015. And I have not heard anything from Bethesda since Christmas. They actually sent me a Christmas card. And that was the last time I heard from these guys. So, earlier this month? No, it was a while ago. I think it was actually in February. When I had heard that the season pass for Fallout 4 was going to raise in price. I heard it was going to go from $30 to $50. I went ahead and I got it. I pre-ordered it on Xbox One. So that way I would lock in at the lower price, right? It would be stupid for me to wait and pay an extra $20. So I've technically owned this season pass for Fallout 4 since February, right? February. So that's cool. But this morning I wake up and I have an email from the PR company. Actually, it's not the PR company. It's the marketing company. Excuse me. The official marketing company of Bethesda emailed me directly and said, Phil, we're sending you a free code for the season pass for Fallout 4. Because we like what you did with the game earlier, and here's a season pass so you can enjoy this too and, play it and promote it. I was like, Great. Excellent. Sounds great. I mean, I already bought it. So it really doesn't help me now that they're giving this to me last minute. It kind of sucks. But hey, it's a code. I mean, let's see. The code they sent me was for PS4. So they sent me an Xbox One copy of the game to play last year, and now they've accidentally sent me a PS4 code. Now, I could have gone back to them and said, oh, you guys screwed up. You gave me the wrong code, but it doesn't matter. I already pre-ordered the DLC. I already own it. So really, I've already paid for it. The code has no value to me. So I've decided that's why on this stream, I will be giving away a full retail code for the Season Pass. And the way it works, it's just like any other code. You could buy it at GameStop. You could buy it anywhere, like a physical code on a card or whatever. And that's what it's going to be. You'll be able to input it into your PlayStation Network, and then when it does release, you'll get it. Okay? Okay. So that's the deal. When I go on break during this stream, which typically is around maybe 2:30 p.m., it depends, Pacific time, so around 2 hours from now, that's when I'll be giving out the code. Okay, some lucky viewer is going to win the Season Pass, which is pretty cool. I got nothing else to do with it, and I did read the fine print. It's not like he says, oh, you can't give this out or whatever. I've had that. I've had games and codes that I was given, and the fine print, you may not give this out. This is only for you to promote the game. No, nothing like that. Apparently, Bethesda's pretty cool about it. That's really nice that Bethesda's cool about stuff like this, and, an accidental extra code, I can give it out to a viewer. I feel good about that, so I have to say, my experience with Bethesda recently has been very positive. They've been really good to me, and, I really enjoy playing their games, so it goes hand in hand, right? All right, one final thing I want to talk about on the pre-stream, then we'll do the gratuitous plugs. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you checked my Twitter this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Wii U is officially dead. Don't know if you've heard this news story yet. I'm actually going to do a special vlog about it tonight. The Wii U was released on November 18th, 2012 in the United States. Today is March 22nd, 2016. Okay? Only, 3.5 years. As of today, the Wii U is officially dead. It has been announced that by the end of 2016, the Wii U will stop production. In fact, some research was done today to find out that many of the accessories and peripherals for Wii U already have ceased production. And basically, Nintendo is kind of writing off the console. Damn. It's actually officially the shortest run ever for a major game console, and it's the shortest run ever for a Nintendo game console. And that makes me pretty sad. That really makes me sad. But I'm going to do a full vlog about this situation later tonight on the King of Hate Vlogs. I'm going to outline the story. I'm going to tell you the stats, the abysmal sales numbers of the console, and talk a little bit about its history, and let you know my opinion on the whole thing. Okay? So, that's tonight. If you want the full skinny, I hope you'll check out my vlog on the King of Hate Vlogs about it. Okay? Also, later tonight, I'm going to be uploading some more Pokken Tournament videos. If you weren't around on Sunday, you missed out. There was a great stream I did of Pokken Tournament. I actually played against a longtime fan of mine and a friend, Venomous Fat Man. He is a gaming journalist, and he has had an advanced copy of Pokken Tournament for a couple weeks. He's been playing the hell out of the game so that he could cover it, and he knows way more about the game than I do. I played him on Sunday, and he whooped my ass 7 ways from Sunday. Like, I think the final score when we were done was like he won like 25 matches, and I won like 4, something like that. But he played with a wide variety of characters, and he showed me stuff with all of them for the very first time. I was like, holy shit, this is some overpowered stuff. Well, I am going to be uploading those matches of Pokken Tournament tonight to DSPGaming. So if you've been watching all my Pokken Tournament coverage, you're like, this is good. I wonder what high-level play this game is like. You can actually see some tonight on DSPGaming. Because, Venomous Fat Man knew his shit. I'm not afraid to admit that he whooped my butt, but it was cool to see that because everyone I was playing online didn't have the knowledge that he had. So it was really nice to see, what he was pulling off in the game. Pretty sweet. So that's also going to be going live tonight. Also coming this week will be the conclusion of Twilight Princess HD. In fact, I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler. I already beat it. I beat the game last night. Last night, I made a vlog, or not a vlog, excuse me, a montage of my best knockouts in UFC 2. And I uploaded that to my YouTube channel, KO Gaming, but I finished it pretty early, so I jumped into Zelda and I finished it off stream. So that footage is going to be released this week. There's going to be more Pokken Tournament tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming this week. And, of course, later this week, Persona 3, which tons of people seem to be anticipating. So I certainly hope you will check out all my stuff this week if you've been enjoying it, okay? All right. Now it's time for the gratuitous plugs segment, and then we will begin with gameplay of the Fallout 4 DLC. Okay, everyone? So, gratuitous plugs. If you are a viewer of mine, you really enjoy watching my daily live streams, you enjoy watching the on-demand videos on YouTube, you like the changes I've made this year regarding the increase in vlogging over on the King of Hate Vlogs, and you like the edited stuff I'm putting out on KO Gaming, and you want to see me continue to do this full-time and be successful at it so I can pay my bills, there's a few ways you can help me out, okay? A lot of people ask, besides just watching the videos, what can I do? Number one, I'm adding this one to the list today, social media. When you see me tweeting at They Call Me DSP, spread the word. Retweet, favorite. If it's something that you agree with or you think it's important news, spread the word by retweeting and favoriting. It's a huge way to actually get exposure. People might not realize that social media is huge and key to business success on the internet. And when I started on YouTube, I didn't understand that. Today, I fully understand it. I see people who have less followers than me on Twitter who get thousands of retweets and favorites every time they tweet, and those people get massive exposure all over the internet. It's huge. So if you follow me on Twitter, which you should, by the way, because I daily put up schedule updates and all kinds of news, please consider favoriting and retweeting things that I put up that you find interesting or important. Okay, that's number one. Number two, whether you're watching me on live stream or you watch my videos on demand, you're going to notice in the description of that stream or video on YouTube that there is a link to Amazon Associates. If you already shop on Amazon.com, right, and you click on that link, you get brought to Amazon, the normal website. It's not like a special website, and you can shop. And if you shop, I get referral credit. It helps me out. So please consider doing that. If you already shop on Amazon especially, it's a simple click, go about your business, and it's good to go for me. Okay, it helps. Number three, and this is the big one, Patreon. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. This is a cool way that you can directly support my efforts here, and you also get stuff out of it, you know. For your pledges, you get personal perks like verbal or text thank yous. You can get your question answered on my bi-monthly show, Ask the King. You can get a private Q&A video made, or you can get priority access to my forums where you vote on goals and upcoming events. Right now this week, we're doing Persona 3, which was the winner of the Patrons' Choice voting for January patrons. At the end of this month, there's going to be a platforming marathon that looks like it's going to be the conclusion of Conker's Bad Fur Day HD. That event is the result of the voting of February patrons. So you might say, okay, well, if I become a patron of yours this month, how does it work, and what do I get to vote on? Well, first of all, you do have to pledge $5 or more this month, FYI. That's how you get the premium forum access. And once you get it, if I do hit the funding goal level for this month, which I hopefully will, because I have every month so far, but right now we're very much on the edge, and I know that a lot of people will probably lower their pledges from last month. They always do, traditionally, but just saying, you will be voting on the Blizzard Marathon, whether it's going to be Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, or World of Warcraft. I'm going to be doing a marathon day of it at the end of April. And it'll be in the hands of the patrons to vote on which of those three they want to see me play on this marathon stream. Okay? So, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, right? And certainly I hope that, number one, we hit the goal, and number two, that people vote for what they think would be more interesting. I mean, I've already played Hearthstone, but the arena runs that I've done in Hearthstone have been incredibly fun and pretty much the most stream interaction I've ever had. Heroes of the Storm could be interesting because I've never played a MOBA-style game before. And World of Warcraft I've played before. I've never done an MMO before on YouTube. And I definitely would like to do you know, something like that eventually. Not to say that it's going to be a long-term investment, but playing it for a day, going through all the stuff, relearning how to play it, because I've played World of Warcraft when it launched, and I played it years later with friends, but it's been a greater part of a decade I haven't played it, hands off. So, pretty cool, right? So that's the event for this month. Again, if you pledge $5 or more, and we hit the goal level, you'll be able to vote on what you want to see me do at the end of April. So, please consider it. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. And I'll say this. The most successful Patreons are the ones that have a lot of people who give a little bit. $1. Seriously. Go look at some of the most successful Patreon campaigns on the website. People who make tens of thousands of dollars a month. It's not because they have 5 million people giving hundreds of dollars. No, it's because they have thousands of people giving $1. As little of $1, it means nothing to you, right? It's a pack of gum, but it adds up and helps me and allows me to keep doing this full time. If I'm your source of entertainment daily for streaming and videos on demand and you like this stuff, please consider pledging. This year in particular is incredibly important. And then last but not least, please check out my girlfriend's business where she makes glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. It's called The Black Currant, and you can find it at Etsy.com/shop/The Black Currant. Right now, she's celebrating her 1-year anniversary of having this business up and running. In addition to that, she has just started her spring line of product. Her spring line of product, including a brand new scents like ginger ale, Moroccan mint, and Kentish Rain, 3 of which are my favorites. I actually wash with her soap. I love it. It's better than the stuff you buy at the store. And she just started using first-class USPS shipping, so if you live within the United States, shipping's a little bit cheaper than it used to be. Okay? And if you wonder, and it's like, gee, I wonder why Phil does these kind of plugs on his streams, man. Like, who's going to buy soap? Well, you'd be surprised. The vast majority of people who've bought from her business were viewers who just said, what the hell, I'll give it a shot. And they love the product. She had over 160 orders in the past year, so shipped hundreds of items all around the world. She actually does ship internationally to a lot of places. And, ladies and gents, she's got nothing but positive feedback. Tell me about another business you know where all people have given is positive feedback. It's impossible. She has it. I don't know how. Basically, everyone likes the stuff that she's done. If you don't believe me, you could check it out. Etsy.com/shop/The Black Currant. By the way, she can't remove ratings. So everything you see there is legit. All right? Consider it. Especially even if you're a guy and you're like, man, I don't know, why would I want that? Well, consider it for a gift for someone, right? You know? Or for yourself. I love it. I only wash with her stuff. I wouldn't use store-bought soap anymore. Seriously. But yeah, and the bottom line is we share the same finances. If you order from her, you help us out. It helps us pay the bills. So please do. Please consider it, okay? All right, ladies and gents, that is it. I think it is time to end the pre-stream and start with the Fallout 4 DLC. I would like to thank you all for being here live on stream, or if you're watching this on demand on YouTube, that's awesome of you as well. I think it's time to get this show on the road. Sound good? Fair enough? Alrighty then. Let's do this. Thanks, everyone. Here we go.